I used to be quiet. Not because I didn't have a voice, but because somewhere along the way I forgot I was allowed to use it. I was the kind of woman who smiled at the wrong jokes, stayed a little too long in rooms I had outgrown, and whispered "I'm fine" with a tremble in my chest. But something changed. Not overnight. Not in one grand moment. No, it happened slowly. Like light crawling back into a room that had been locked in darkness far too long. This is the story of how I stopped surviving and started becoming. I remember her, the girl I used to be. She was beautiful but didn't know it. Kind but constantly taken for granted. Smart but afraid to speak. Powerful but terrified of her own strength. She fell in love the way people fall asleep. Slowly, then all at once. And when it ended, she stayed. She stayed far longer than she should have. Not because she was weak, but because she had been taught that love was measured by how much pain you could endure. I was that girl. I kept shrinking myself to fit inside someone else's version of who I was supposed to be. Smaller, softer, quieter. Until one day, I didn't recognize the sound of my own laughter. Starts with little things. You forget your favorite song. You stop wearing red lipstick. You hesitate before you speak. You stop looking in mirrors, not because you hate how you look, but because you can't remember who's looking back. You become a ghost in your own life. Present, but invisible. People around you don't notice. They call you low maintenance. Easygoing. Such a good girl. But inside something aches. Like a violin string pulled too tight, waiting to snap. And then one day you do. But it's not loud. It's quiet. It's internal. Dangerous. Because when a woman begins to remember who she is, nothing is safe anymore. Mine came on a Tuesday. No storm. No heartbreak. Just a moment. I was brushing my hair in the mirror. And for the first time in years, I looked at myself without judgment. And she looked back. Not the broken girl. Not the people pleaser. But the woman underneath it all. The woman who had fire in her eyes and thunder in her voice. The woman I used to dream of becoming. Smiled. And it didn't feel foreign. Felt honest. That day I wore red lipstick again. Not for anyone else. Just for me. The journey back to yourself is messy. You cry. You scream. You lose people. You disappoint the versions of you that live to keep everyone else comfortable. But you also breathe. You dance again in the kitchen. You wear that dress you thought you couldn't pull off. You say no without explanation. You say yes without guilt. You start to fall in love again. Not with a person, but with the woman staring back at you in the mirror. And when she smiles now, it's wild and tame. The kind of smile that makes people nervous. Because it comes from a woman who needs nothing but has everything inside her. If you're listening to this, maybe you forgot who you were too. Maybe you've been surviving. Shrinking, pleasing, waiting, aching. Maybe your world has been quiet for too long. Maybe your eyes haven't lit up in months. Maybe you're tired. So tired. Then this part is for you. You don't have to become someone new. You just have to remember the girl you were before the world told you to be less. She's still there. Beneath the apologies. Beneath the compromises. Beneath the masks. She's waiting. And when you find her again, don't silence her. Don't shame her. Set her free. Because she is the one who will rise. I am no longer afraid of being too much. I am more afraid of being less than who I am. Cry when I need to. I laugh loudly. I walk like I know exactly where I'm going, even if I don't. I am not perfect, but I am powerful. I am not gentle all the time, but I am kind. I am not someone's dream girl. I am my own damn dream. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes me dangerous. So here I am. A woman who rose from ashes she never set. A woman who loved herself back to life. And if you're still in the fire, know this. You don't need someone to save you. You need someone to remind you that you already had wings.